So is Tom Clancy's The Division really worth buying, or is it not? What is going on, guys? I'm going to show you guys some Tom Clancy's The Division gameplay in the background, and I'm going to be giving a little bit of a review on it. So if you're thinking, is this really worth buying? And if you don't want to watch one of those million sub YouTubers, you know, selling out their reviews, I'm not saying anybody, I'm just saying there's people that do that. You know, my channel is that big, so maybe I'll be giving a little bit more of a real, you know, unbiased sort of review. Anyways, let's go and get into it. If you don't know what The Division is, it is an RPG shooter. It has to be a very relatable game alongside, you know, Destiny, Mass Effect, Borderlands, Ghost Recon, maybe even Gears of War. So whenever you first start out, you set up this camp in New York, because it's kind of like fallen and there's been like kind of an outbreak. But in this camp, you can get missions, buy, sell weapons and gear. You can play completely solo, which is what I love about this, and you can play with groups of friends, which this is kind of like, you know, like Destiny as well. You know, you can go on like loot runs or whatever. But anyways, people can you can run into random people on this game, just like, you know, Destiny. Whenever you're walking around, like, you can run into like completely random people doing the same exact mission as you. I ran into a lot of people. I even made some new friends today. And once you run into these new people, you start talking to them. You can even invite them to like your party, which it's called in The Division. It's called your party. You can invite random people to your party, and you just like Destiny. I mean, it's really cool. It's a really good way to interact with people, and I love it. So you can you know, killing enemies generates loot. This is why people grind Destiny and stuff, in Borderlands. Loot can be found anywhere, you know, everywhere around the map. This can be what pulls a lot of people in. This is what makes it addicting. This is what makes it's very addicting to me. Now, honestly, hate grinding games. Like, I love Call of Duty Zombies so much, but like once I get to like around, like if you're playing like Mob of the Dead or something, and once you get to like around 90, after that it gets so boring. That's why I don't really like to do high round runs. Like, I like to do speed runs and stuff, you know, maybe even Easter eggs. But really high rounds, I mean, it doesn't really pull me in. But this definitely does. You know, grinding for loot. I love it. I love, you know, the grinding for loot. You know, leveling your account and stuff. You know, you can get new loot and stuff. But the #1 place for for getting loot is gonna be the Dark Zone. So you can go and buy yourself or with a team. The Dark Zone has NPCs on it as well as other players. So the Dark Zone is a PvP place where you can kill other people and get their loot. It's the #1 place for loot. So one thing I absolutely do love about this game is what Ubisoft did. Now, although this game is a shooter, people don't automatically start shooting at one another. That's not how it works. Not like Call of Duty. You can play all these types of survival games and things like that. As soon as someone sees an enemy, they start shooting at it. But in this game, you can do that if you want, but it won't be the best decision, because if you start shooting at random people who are innocent, you're going to get marked as a rogue. And once you get marked as rogue, enemies will be able to see you on their map and kill you without becoming rogue, without having that rogue status on them. So it's really interesting element in the game, because it means that you have to pick and choose your engagement very wisely. Like, for example, you don't want to take on a group of people if you're by yourself, because they'll most likely turn on you and get the upper hand very easily. So I do think it is a great element in the game. So once you start to get your loot in the Dark Zone, as for this is the #1 place for loot. Once you get all these, you know, better weapons and better gear in the game, in this part of the game, once you pick up the loot, it's not, you know, it's not quite yours yet. Although you have it, you won't keep it unless you do your extraction. So you actually have to fight. You have to like fight your way and through. You have to fight your way to and through a timed extraction. So there are different extraction areas all around the map. You have to call in a helicopter, and you have to, you know, put your load of loot on it. Everyone knows, as soon as you call in your extraction, everybody knows that someone called an extraction in the Dark Zone. So it'll, you know, start, you know, people who are like on the ground, like shooting people, like it'll, you know, drag these people in. Extractions are pretty hot spot on the map. So once you work for all this loot, someone could just wait for an extraction, kill you, then take the helicopter, take all your loot. But the odd part is, which is really cool, and what I actually love about this game, which has happened to me many times, the odd part is, although in the times where someone does call for an extraction, not that many people start shooting. Like, sometimes they'll play nice, load up their gear to the chopper, and you know, there you go, you have your loot. It's, you know, people play nice, at least for me, and for a lot of other people that I've talked to as well. But that's what makes the game really interesting. Like, it's an unknown element. You never know if they're gonna turn on you at the last minute, or if you'll play nice. And, you know, you'll all get out there safely with your, you know, newly earned loot. You know, the loot that you killed for, the loot that you earned in the game, you know, to level up and all that good stuff. So that's gonna be it for the review. If you guys, you know, are thinking about buying this game, I mean, like, if you're not too sure, even if, like, after all I've said, you're not sure, wait till the game comes out, guys, because, like, we still don't know how far the storyline's gonna go, because, like, for, like, Borderlands, after, you know, you finish the storyline, it's just a loot game, you just grind for loot. We don't know how far this game's gonna go, but I don't even care, because even if it didn't have a storyline, I mean, I would still grind it out for the loot, and, you know, that's just what I like doing in, you know, types of games like this. But, you know, if you're more on the side of getting it, I will go ahead and pre-order it so you can get all those, you know, really, really cool and awesome pre-order bonuses. So, tell me, guys, what you thought about this. If you see more reviews of, like, betas and stuff in the future, let me know. Now, I only doing this because I know this is a COD channel, but this game is just something that I think you guys would like. I just want to bring you this little, you know, unbiased review here. This is probably going to be my top 3 game, one of the top 3 games of 2015 or 2016. So this was Dax, guys, and I will catch you guys in the next one.